Hello, in this video I will show how to tell stories from data analysis using a simple data set. Here is the original data set from Kaggle, and here are a few additional columns I added for the story. Here also is the final dashboard, and these are my steps. So we are using our data cleaning and planning templates for this activity, and we're going to be working with our planning sheets, and we'll try and develop our dashboard using this guide. Meanwhile, our data set has been cleaned, so let's get started. Okay, so our first task is to have the number of presidents, both as civilians and military generals. So we're going to start by doing a pivot table and a pivot chart to that effect. So select the data sets and set pivot charts and set it up on a new worksheet. And what we're interested is in the title of the rows, and also to count it over here. And this is what we have: 8 military rulers and 8 presidents. And I'm going to have this on the pie charts. Reduce this and just keep it here. I'm done with that. Next up, we want the total years for presidents versus military rulers. So let me rename this as analysis sheet. So for all other pivot tables, all I need to do is copy an existing one, paste it, and now I'm going to get total years for presidents versus military rulers. So I'm going to the tenure in years. I'm going to remove this and put the tenure in years over here. And here we have the total years military rulers have spent and civilian presidents. And for this one, I can go with the column charts. Fine with this. Copy and paste in anticipation for the next one. And then the next one. And to note the presidents with non-consecutive multiple tenures. And so for this, we're going to have the official names at the rows. And then I will also have information about their tenure years here. Okay, so I have it arranged in alphabetical order, but I don't want it in alphabetical order. I want it arranged in the order of when they came into power. So I'm going to go and get this position number, put it here to guide, and I have it this way. So I have to come over, and from the design I can remove subtotals, remove the grand totals, and then set it up in tabular form, and I have it arranged according to the position number. And here I can see that Olusegun Obasanjo had his first tenure as the 5th ruler, and also as the 12th, and Muhammadu Buhari was the 7th, and also as the 15th. And so I have it this way. So let's go over again. So I've noted those with non-consecutive multiple tenures, and next we want the average age, and age versus title, and then the timeline. So I'm going to come over here, copy this, paste it here, and take off these ones. So we want the average age, we want information about the age. Let's see the information with respect to the title, and then we go with age at office in years, and then we put it here. And and this is the sum. We're interested in the average, so we set it to the average, and here we see is the average age for the military rulers at 42 and the presidents at 60. And then we can format the cells, remove the decimals, format the cells, remove decimals, and we have that. Next up, we want to see the highest and the lowest. For us to see the highest and the lowest ages, we would need to put up all the rulers there. Then so we have their names. Then we also go with the position number we saw, put it ahead of the official name so that I can arrange the way we want it to be arranged. And then we go with the age at when they started their office, and this is what we have. Okay, so we're interested in seeing the highest and the lowest, so I'm removing the position number so that we can come over and arrange by this column here. We sort it from largest to lowest, and this is what we have in terms of the age. And then we can also do a chart on this, so I can just go with column charts to display the ages. Meanwhile, I can also go with a pie chart for this information about the average ages array. So besides this, then still need to copy the private table. The next step here, so we've done the average age, highest and lowest, average age versus title, we've done it. Now we want the timeline, and then we have the age versus the tenure length. So let's do the age versus the tenure length here. So tenure in years, we're going to push the tenure in years here, and then we go with average. The average tenure in years for both categories of leaders. And next up, we want to do the timeline. So let me leave the chart for this one now. And to do the timeline, so we have it arranged from the first year, 1963 to 2023. And so I'm going to select these columns here, and then I'm going to have a stacked bar chart. So I'm going to stacked bar charts, and let's see. Okay, this is not exactly how we want it. So I'm going to delete this, and then I'm going to copy this. So I want to do a bit of editing. I'm going to copy it and paste the values here so that I can adjust appropriately. Now, I had that issue most likely because this has not been recognized as a number. Because it's not being recognized as a number, I'm not getting the axis I want, so I have to get this as a number. So I'm going to paste it. This as a values. Okay, still not working, so I'm just gonna have to just by double clicking. Okay, I rather, and then I select this, and then in this case now I'm going to come here and then insert, go to all charts, insert a stacked bar chart, and I have the charts the way I want it. So this is a stacked bar chart. So for me to form it as a timeline, the first bars here, which represents the years, the tenure stats. I have to make them not visible, so I can click on this and then make it no fill. So that's no field. And then next up I come to the axis here. So I come to the axis, I can set parameters for the maximum, the minimum. So I'll set the minimum to 1960 because the first value I have is 1963, and I set the maximum to 2025, which is the current year. So I can adjust it and spread this a bit more. Spread this a bit more, drag this a bit down, and then okay, I have 0 for some of the entries there. I'll just make it 0.5, just less than a year, so I can have those presidents in the charts. Back to my charts, and I think I can get them there. So cutting them there. Finally, I just want to move the names from here to closer to the point in the timeline. So I'm going to select the bars with no field for the tenure stats. Then I right click, add data labels, and then I'm going to select the labels. So selecting the labels, and then I'm going to come over to the label options, and I want the category name, and I don't want the values, and then I can say I want it inside ends, so I push them. Remember, this is for the year's tenure stat, which is currently hidden, so I'm adjusting it, and then I can come over here and then remove the vertical axis. I think I'm okay with this timeline now. Okay, so I move to the next, copy this, paste. Next up we have highest versus lowest. Okay, so we want to see the different tenures. To do that, about the title versus tenure length. We want the relationship between the tenure length and the ages. Furthermore, we can come and let's explore changing the chart type, making it a combo chart, and then putting a secondary axis here so we can see, so you can have some information about how the tenure length compares to their ages. And next up we have purpose of living versus title. So as always, copy an existing pivot table, and then so we want the title and the purpose of living, so we have the title there already, and then we're going to have the purpose of living at the columns. Rather we'll switch it, put the purpose of living at the rows, take the title to the columns, and then we can just do remove the tenure years, we don't need it, and then we just do a count here, and here we have some information about how they died. Remember, the focus of this analysis is on the deaths, so we're beginning to go to where we're concerned about, and then we want information about the deaths. list of those who have died, the average age, the highest versus lowest. So we just copy this, paste it here, and then we remove the purpose of living, remove the title, we want the official name on the rolls, and then we want some information about, okay, so the age at death, let's put it here. We don't want the count now, but we want the sum. We put up the sum, and then we sort this from largest to lowest. Here we have an idea of those who have passed on. We just copy them and then just paste the values. So we just paste them as a range, and then we can plot the bar chart on this. We want the average age, so the time of dying, we can calculate that. So and there we go, this is the average age, 69.33, and then I remove the decimals. I have it there. So we are done with this. We need some information about the place of death. So I'm going to copy this. So we need the counts. The place of death. So removing the official names, removing the age at death, take the place at death, have it here. And I want to do a count, but then I have an issue because London has 2, and that's because Muhammadu Buhari appears twice. So I'm going to take this, the official name here, as a filter, so that I can filter off what I don't want. So I'm filtering off second occurrence of Muhammadu Buhari, so we have it like this, and then I'll just copy this, paste it here. Sorry, I'm going to paste the values, make this bold, and then set this time around. Yeah, just go with these bar charts, and that's fine. Okay, alright, so done with this. And the current age, okay, let's put the current age to 2. Final one is to show the highest and lowest in terms of the time between death and tenure end. So I'm going to take column chart can help us. Okay, so we have been able to complete all the pivot tables and charts that we need. Next up, we're going to build our dashboard. So I'm creating a sheet for the dashboard. And all we have to do is pick our charts from here one by one and place them, arrange them. So because Nigeria's color is green and white, we're going to go with deep green, white text. So this is what we have. We have all our charts here, and next up is to arrange it. So I'm going to save this, and then we're going to start labeling. So over here we have information about presidents and their tenures. So I'm going to give a head. So this is the timeline. And a few edits here. Remove the chart title to create a bit of space, and take out the legend as well. So have some space, and then I'm going to format this. Fill the chart background. Fill it. Light green, and then try to increase the bar length a bit, and just make the labels bold. So fine with that, and then I can get labels, so I just use text box. So I'm gonna put a text box there. I call it timeline. Yes. Centralize it. Make it bold. It's a bit bigger. And then no fill. Fine with it. So next up, coming to the charts one by one to create some space. So I can work on the charts. So now this has to do with counting the number of leaders. So I'm gonna come here, take out the chart title, gonna come to this pivot chart analyze, take off all these filters, additional buttons, want a bit more space, then put the military and the presidents, then play around with the legends, put it in the bottom, have it a bit big, and then just put the label. Story, a few things we can pick from here. So we have just completed a data storytelling exercise using data analysis on the Nigerian president's data sets, and we were able to extract the stories from our dashboard. If you enjoyed this, I want you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I also want you to join our Telegram channel where we have weekly trainings, be part of our community as we get to learn different tech skills. So in the next video, we're going to work on another data set. We also have videos on introduction to data analysis using Excel. I am Dr. Achenu, lead instructor at Coding Keywords. See you in the next video.